Yes, guys, welcome back to Kings of the Bridge. How are you all doing? Hope you're all well. Big up every single one of you that are in the building right now. Do me a big favor if you can, and please make sure you are smashing the like buttons. There's over 20 people in here already. Hope you are all good, guys, and hope you had a good weekend. Chelsea beat Charlton 5-1. That will be part of our talking points today. We didn't get a match reaction in. Unfortunately, we thought we'd take a break yesterday, especially after a nice win as well. And I thought we'd catch up on bits and bobs today anyway. But how is everyone? I hope you're all good. Who's in the chat at the moment? We've got Carl, we've got Mike, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chelsea, how are you guys? Good to see you all. Yeah, share it out, guys. Please make sure you're smashing the likes. We're going to have some, hopefully, our better improvements. Now, obviously, Maresca's gone as well. We want to try and add in and incorporate some images of Rosinia that we're going to be putting into our intro as well, but some other bits are being changed in the backgrounds as well. So keep an eye out for the new intro, same intro, but like new edits at some point as well. Mike, how are you? Good to see you. Louis, my boy, what are you saying? What's up, brother? How are you, bro? Are you good? Maresca to Madrid. Where is that? Has there been a comment over Maresca going to Madrid? I've not seen it. It's not popped up on my side of things. What's up, Toby? How are you, man? Good to see you, bro. How are we? Are we excited for this week's games? Rosinia wins 5-1 against Charlton. We're going to talk a little bit more in depth. Talking points is about talking about specific players of the game, manager as well. We're going to highlight that rather than talk about the overall game. Expect us to win. It was more about the performances and the tactical sides that we'll be looking at on that one. And then we'll talk about the press conference. And obviously we've got the big game against Arsenal as well. Alonso got sacked. When? I haven't seen it. I haven't actually seen it. Is this something that's just come out now or is new? What's the scenario? I didn't even know, guys. I didn't even know that was the case. Does it just come out now? Just looking on my phone. Is this what the Fabrizio tweet is? Someone's just sent it in a group that I'm in. Oh, yeah. Xabi Alonso leaves Real Madrid with immediate effect, guys. Wow. Wow. Shocking. Another manager with one good job fails at the second. Wow. Mad, right? He's left. And hi, Carly. How you doing? Good to see you. I just see it now. Yeah, 2 minutes ago. Who are Real Madrid going to appoint? I'm trying to think what managers are available. There are a couple. Don't get me wrong. Xavi to Real Madrid. No, that won't happen. Especially because of his Barcelona roots. Maresca. Who else have we got? Maresca to Madrid. Can you imagine? Enzo Maresca, Real Madrid coach? I'm trying to think who else is around that would take the job. Klopp. Could this be a Jurgen Klopp moment? He did want to come back into it eventually. Slot is getting sacked tonight, you think? Yeah? Interesting, man. Nonny, how are you, bro? Rosinia to Madrid. Yeah. Carly, good to see you. How are you? Liverpool fans are gonna want Xavi in now and sack Slot. Yeah, true. That's probably why it's been lined up, isn't it? Slot to be sacked and Xavi Alonso to be the new Liverpool manager wouldn't surprise me, really, to be fair. Maresca winning the Champions League with Madrid to make Barley cry. Can you imagine? Maresca takes over Real Madrid, wins the title, wins the Champions League, and beats Chelsea in the final as well. Can you imagine? It's Real Madrid versus Chelsea final. Enzo Maresca's Real Madrid. Graham Potter to Real. I fucking hope so, Louis. I'm not going to lie, bro. Alvaro takes over as a new Real Madrid head coach. He's replacing Xabi Alonso. Really? Is that? I need to have a look at this. I know it's not nothing to do with Chelsea, but it's kind of big news, right? It's Real Madrid at the end of the day. It's kind of interesting still. I need to see these tweets. Who said this? Fabrizio. Who said this? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Wow. Zah. Fabrizio Romano with the comments as well. Breaking is Arbeloa to take over as the new Real Madrid manager, head coach. He's replacing. Why? Is that just a intermediary thing? Like, what is that? Is that an interim? Thing? Ruben Amorim to Real. It's already done, guys. It's already done. He's going. They've already announced their manager. That's weird. That is weird. 10 to Real Madrid. Why is Real Madrid moving like Clear Lake? What is this? It is. It feels like it. It has that sort of Clear Lake feel to it, doesn't it? Really, they go and get rid of Xabi Alonso instead of appointing someone with experience of like the Ancelottis and Mourinho's. It's like they're going after the young. They're going after the young individuals, the young managers to bring through the door that are meant to be maybe the next big things, right? Do you know what I mean? So maybe it's that feeling. Yes, Pels, what you saying? How are you, Pels? Good to see you, Pezlord. What you saying? Yeah, this is mad. This is mad news. News that we've just got in as well. Stephen, good to see you. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're all good. Surely that means they sacked him if they got a replacement already. Of course. Of course. This obviously was something that's been organised a little while ago, right? On the back of that loss to Barcelona last night, which I thought was actually quite a good game, especially the first half. Yeah, maybe that was just the tipping point in many ways. People copying Clear Lake. The world's gone mad. Maybe Clear Lake's philosophy is what is the right philosophy moving forward in the long run. Maybe, maybe they're realizing that all of these experienced top managers are outdated in their systems, which some of them are. Maybe they're realizing that some of these experienced managers, barring Pep, are just not it anymore. Look at the likes of Jose Mourinho. Fenerbahce finds himself at Porto. This is from managing Real Madrid, Chelsea, Inter Milan. These are top teams. It sort of feels like they're looking for the next big thing. That's what I keep saying. The next big thing. In the next 2 years, every club will be run with the Clear Lake vibes, is what Brody says. Unpopular opinion that Madrid squad isn't that good. I don't think it's unpopular. I generally don't. I don't think their squad is as good as people make it out as well, personally. But yeah, interesting stuff. Xabi Alonso is gone. He out of here, guys. He out of here. Right. Going back to Chelsea. That's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Chelsea, guys. All right. So let's get back to more pressing things, shall we say? And today we've got the FA Cup draw, right? The FA Cup draw is going to be in the next 2 hours or so. Fourth round. Some Premier League teams got knocked out, but most went through. Chelsea on pot number 8, guys. Ball number 8. Sorry, we're ball number 8 of the FA Cup later. Man City are 9th, West Ham. Yeah, mate. I mean, there's a couple of interesting teams still in there, but overall, it's sort of the same phases. Grimsby, Burton, Salford are in there. Norwich, Wrexham, Wigan, Port Vale. It's an interesting mix. Wolves are number 1 as well. Will Real Madrid? Well, Real Madrid haven't made a Galactico signing in forever, so they're going down. Yeah. Or maybe that's just to do with the market, right? That we keep complaining about. Vinny will be sold. Interesting stuff. You see Max London's tweet about Gusto James. What's he saying? Max London. Max. What, London's finest? Is it London's finest? Talk about pies. Piss. 16 minutes ago, we've just had some news from Piss. He says he understands late calls to be made tomorrow night on Palmer, Gusto and James. Late calls on Palmer, Gusto and James. Reece and Gusto have tiredness. Gusto's hamstring area, whilst Palmer continues to make his groin issue. They have a lack of training recently too. Cool. So we've got no Palmer. I can tell you now, Cole Palmer's not playing in this game. That I can tell you for free. London's finest, isn't it? Fucking, what is this? They call it like a pop band. London's finest. Big up Piss. I can feel it. Toby there. Why is Palmer always avoiding Arsenal? Why is Palmer always injured? That's the question. And there was a good tweet earlier on that was talking about Cole Palmer and saying how about he just can't keep himself fit. Has he really been fit once this season? When he returned at the end of the Club World Cup at the beginning of the season, he struggled for fitness. Then he got injured. Then he came back against Bayern Munich and then got injured. And he's just been in and out. I don't actually think Palmer's actually been fit this season once. It's not even a joke. Like, it's so mad how Palmer has never played against Arsenal. I need him. He has played against Arsenal. He has played against them. What? He has. I'm sure he has. When did he play against Arsenal? He has played a game against Arsenal. I remember seeing him in a game. It ain't many, I know that, but he has played a game. Surely. Was it away? Did he play in a game away against them? Maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure, Pels, that he's played at least one game against Arsenal. At least one. If he hasn't, then that is one mad stat. I'm not even going to lie. But I didn't think he was going to turn up anyway. And when they mentioned that it was his groin again, I thought to myself, here we go. Here we go again. But listen, we're going to get back to Palmer in a second. Let's start talking partly about the game that we just won 5-1. We're not going to be talking about specifically the game, but we're going to talk about specific players and performances. Remember, talking points is around individuals, whether good or bad, out of the last game that we're going to highlight and speak on, including the manager. And then we'll obviously talk about the Arsenal game coming up. And Andre Santos is the first guy I want to start with from the Charlton game, because I thought he was really impressive. 92% passing accuracy, 109 passes completed, 12 passes into the final third, 100% long balls, 6 ball recoveries, 3 tackles, 3 out of 4 ground duels. I actually just thought he was very polished, and the actual requirement of what he had to do in the team. Question: do you think Palmer gets sold this season, hence why they keep trying to rush him back? No, is probably my answers to that. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think that they're rushing him back because we're not performing well enough, and we probably need him on the pitch to get the points. And that's probably why, he's been rushed back a bit too much. And there was a problem with Maresca and the medical team over him because he got rushed back and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I just think it's about having him in. We need to save our club by getting this ownership gone. Yeah, well, remember on the 17th, there's a protest down at the bridge for the Brentford game as well. So if you are going, make sure you check that out. But Andre Santos, performance-wise, very, very good, very polished in an area which I thought I knew he would do well in the deeper pivot role next to Caicedo, who's kind of like mentoring him in a way, and I don't, and I mean that in a nice way. It's like they're playing off each other, the movements, the one-touch passing in tight spaces, inviting the midfield on them to create space in behind the midfield, which is the important bit. And we'll talk about Facundo and his positions. And there were some good positions that Facundo took up against Charlton, where he was pulling off to the right or the left, waiting for the ball to be played into him. And, it's partly to do with the fact that we're inviting a lot more pressure on the back to create the space. But Santos was very good on the ball. Off the ball, he was cleaning up as well. His ability on the ball is very good. He can make passes, long passes, short passes. He gives you that kind of, I wouldn't say he's Romeo Lavia because he's not, but he can do the whole passing ability from deep like him, where he can play really good balls into the, into the 10, into the striker. And I think that really helps. And I think this is the first thing that I noticed about Rosenior and his system that he set up against Charlton is that we're actually playing with 2 pivots rather than Moises Caicedo or Santos on their own. Now, remember, Moises Caicedo is not around for the Arsenal game, guys. He is out. So how Rosenior is going to line up against Arsenal as well. So no Caicedo, no Palmer, potentially no Gusto, maybe even James. That is a bit peak, I'm not going to lie, for the first leg, which we do need to win as well. Don't get me wrong. This is a leg where we need to be really walking away with some points here as well. Not points, sorry, with a good number of goals behind us to take in the second leg, because we've got the second leg away. So it's important. And I think Andre Santos might be the route he goes down. Does he go back to Reece James and Enzo, which we saw against Arsenal at home in the 1-1? And don't get me wrong, they done very well with the 10 men that we had at the time. Will he do that? I don't know. Will we start seeing players being played out of position again? Well, James can play well in most places, so it's not much of a difference. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. No Caicedo, but Santos' performance in this game was really good. And you've got to remember, Santos' relationship with Rosenior is top because, under Rosenior, he's been playing some of his best football before he even come over to Chelsea the season before. So, he understands the instruction. He understands where he needs to be. It's a lot easier for someone like Santos who is still young, adapt to this system, because he's used to it. He's familiar with it. He understands the role that Rosenior's given him, and you can see it. You can clearly see the way that he's expressing himself on the pitch with a bit more confidence, the way that he plays. And it's very early. It's early doors, right? It really is early doors with Santos. But in terms of that Charlton performance, I thought it was a very good insight to, how well he played and how he kept us ticking with the ball with Caicedo. It was just really equally very important. So big up to him. And I think Matt's in the background as well, who's jumped in with us. So big up Matt in the building.
Sorry, I had a work meeting. Sorry.
Right, mate. No problem. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Heavy weekend, but not bad, thanks.
We were just talking. Obviously, Alonso's just been sacked by Real Madrid, by the way. That's just happened just now. And they've just announced Arbeloa. I can't say his name. Arbeloa, that guy, as their manager. But moving away from that, we're just talking about Santos, the talking points. We've only just started anyway, and I just wanted to highlight Santos because I thought his performance in the deep line position next to Caicedo was very good. Even though it was only Charlton, you can see already from a tactical point that Rosenior wants to do something different, right? It's probably the right words.
Yeah. I thought he played well again in that game. Have we done like a bit of a review of Charlton at all, or are we just talking about players more in general at the moment?
No, we're not doing that. We're just doing talking points, which is focused on just players from that game specifically, rather than talking. But if you want to talk about the game in general, you can. But,
I mean, we all watched it. I think what was nice to actually finally see was that you could see a Championship side to a very high end Premier League side, especially when we brought the changes on in the second half. So all four the kind of combinations with Enzo and Esteval and Delap and things like that. So all good. But yes, I thought Santos was very good in Charlton against Charlton.
Yeah, he was, and I thought it was a good overall performance. Will he start against Arsenal? I think most probably that's something that we could see happening. He's we have no Moises Caicedo, so you would think the natural person to come in would be him. Again, will Rosenior, if Reece James is fit up to play him there, maybe he goes with Reece James, Santos and Enzo. Maybe we now Cole Palmer's out, as like a free.
I think it would be Santos, Reece, and Enzo. Yeah, that's what I think.
But only if Gusto's fit, right? Because Gusto's another one that's got a hammy problem at the moment as well. But he could play Josh there, right? I guess off the right back that we have been seeing against Charlton as well, which is very, very interesting. But yeah, so good from Andre Santos. The other one I want to talk about as well is Hato, because I actually thought Hato had a really good game against Charlton, and he had a bit of a different tactical ploy. He was playing left back, but he was asked to play in sort of like a forward left 10 role most of the time, linking up the play and trying to help, drag defenders out of position and everything else. And I thought on the ball, the movement, the touches, the 1-2s, running into the box as well, that head back to Delap in the second half, which was a great header, by the way, to bring it back to him. Like, he had some really good moments that required.
That's a really good bit of play that. So I've not got going.
Yeah, I mean, and he just seemed pretty effective, right? And I was impressed with Hato. I thought he was. I think Hato's a good player. I just think it was always time with Hato. I think, his overall abilities of what he can do and offer to the team, whether it's a left back, whether it's being asked to play further forward, he's comfortable with both. And in this Charlton game specifically, I mean, look at that finish, Matt. Like, he didn't even he scored. He didn't even celebrate. He was just like, yeah, bang. Like, goal.
It was a really good finish. I was really impressed with his overall game. I liked his positioning as well, obviously. Whether it was kind of overlapping or kind of undercutting in. I just thought it was very unique and interesting to something that we've just not seen really at all under Maresca. And I know obviously it's against Charlton, but still I think there's some really promising signs there. And I think if Cucurella is slightly out at the moment, then this is his opportunity to gain momentum to then really, let's be honest, put pressure on Cucurella to keep the top performances up, because if not, Hato is going to be there knocking. But yeah, I thought it was very good. And then obviously, Hato and Acheampong kind of then went into a back four, obviously, when it was more defending. So yeah, very interesting from what Rosenior is doing, and something that we've not really seen in a long time.
Well, there was a tweet out recently, and I know it's early doors again. It's only one game, but there's a tweet basically saying how he's what's the word? He's the players are happy with how he's adapting to them and understanding them, which I think is quite interesting because I always thought Maresca was quite good at that. I thought his man management skills were going to be one of the things that really helped him, and I thought it did for a while. But then it seems to feel like things just didn't really work out, and I don't think it was mainly to do with the players. Yes, with Maresca, it might have been to do with higher up and whatever, and that's why the players were disappointed. But with Rosinha, I feel like where he speaks so well in his interviews that I can see him, doing the same with his players, like really having a good conversation with them and really making them feel valued, understanding the where they need to develop and how they're going to get into this team and trying to help push them. I can see all these things, and I just hope that he can do that and get the right message across as well to keep like the likes of Hato, Andre Santos, Esteval, who we're going to talk about in a second, at the highest level, playing at a high level.
Totally agree.
But yeah, very good performance from Hato. And then obviously it's like I just spoke about the free inexperienced. I call them the free inexperienced boys, but they're not really that inexperienced now. But Esteval obviously comes on for 24 minutes. And to be quite honest with you, 26 touches, 3 shots on target, 15 accurate dribbles, which equivalates to 94%, 2 dribbles completed, 1 key pass, 1 big chance created, 1 cross, 3 duels won, 1 recovery, 1 time fouled, and 1 penalty won. Obviously, got the penalty at the end. I mean, how good was he, Matt? How good was Esteval?
Well, I think it's just a level raiser in the way that our other wingers just aren't doing. Like, he's going forward, but being like very proactive of what he's doing. There's a purpose for everything. It's not just run, right, let's just drill in and just cut in like a Garnacho or Neto does. There's a real way, whether he is going to cut in, and when he does cut in, he tries to shoot. Whether he does go on the byline, there's a real like intricacy to actually not just cut it in, but he tries to go in a little bit more into the box to then pass. It's just an overall dangerous play. And I feel, especially with the midfielders in general around, they give him the ball. They know that he's a danger. And I find when you've got the other players on the pitch, it's more of like a positional that it's just like they're just there. And it's just to fit the system. And then it's like, all right, okay, well, Pedro's just going to pass it back, or Garnacho's going to do a stupid Cruyff turn and then just pass it back. Whereas when it goes to Esteval, there's a real impetus from him, especially like Enzo. It's always just going to him immediately in front of him because he's like, this is a danger here. And there's no comparison that big up. There's no comparison that anytime he's on the pitch, it seems there's like a real level raiser within the whole team. So I want him to be starting more.
Well, Louis says this. Louis says this. 70% of he wants Esteval for 70% of the games. He wants him playing a lot more. He thinks that he's, we're just a different team. And I've got to be honest here, I look at chemistry when I look at these things, Matt. And I thought the Enzo Fernandez and Esteval combination was really, really interesting because they seemed to just understand each other all the time and where they were going. That first ball that Enzo did where he cut on a half space, he swiveled his body and then just pinged the ball over the top was just ridiculous.
I think it's a quality thing as well. I mean, you probably know this as well. Even when you're having a kick about with your mates, you kind of know when someone's at like, oh, okay, you're at a certain level. Let's try and just kick it, pass it around. And I think it's like that. And I think you saw it with Palmer in pre-season as well. Everything was just from Palmer going to Esteval. Like there was a real synergy between them and the chemistry. And I think it's just more, and this is what's annoying about our team, is that like you said, you've got good players, mid and crap. And Esteval's obviously just on the echelons of good. Enzo is as well. Palmer is, and Reese or whatever. But it's just annoying that we just can't fit the puzzle with just a few more better quality to make it more of a synergy. But he was brilliant. But that's what you want from him. And it's good. I think it's a good cameo, and hopefully he starts against Arsenal, but I doubt he will.
I think Calby makes a good point. He says the difference with Esteval and our other wingers is that it always seems like Esteval's going to do something with the ball. He always gets himself. Yep. He plays as a winger should play, right? Let's be serious.
That's what I'm saying, right? There's a real thought behind what he's trying to do. Whereas with Neto and Garnacho, it's like it's very like mechanical. It's very like, right, let's just try and get it in, right, cut back and do like a lamest cross in, back into the pitch, which let's be honest, with Garnacho, he's just very scrappy, and it's just he's very lucky that he's got a few assists the way he has. But yeah, very good point. Very, very good point.
I was in a Twitter space here. They were saying, "Oh my god."
Well, he's going to Villa, isn't he? I think.
Huh?
Yeah, he's going to Villa.
I mean, I just didn't bother reading it, to be honest. Yeah. I think they're going to bring Jackson back to the team. Just got a feeling.
I think relationship's gone. I don't think he will. But it wouldn't surprise me. Look what happened with Chalobah. So
yeah. I mean, fun fact here from Cal is Guiu has 8 goals in 9 starts, Matt.
That is wild.
Mark Guiu is the truth for Chelsea.
That is
Mark Guiu.
Who would have thought Mark Guiu?
Honestly, Mark Guiu is the truth, mate. 8 goals in 9 games. That is unbelievable for a striker. That is actually really good. If you look at it from a statistic point, that's pretty much like 1 goal a game, just under 1 goal a game, isn't it? Like,
how many's Gyökeres and Sesko got?
Well, Enzo Fernandez has more goals in Gyökeres this season in the Premier League, which is quite funny. Dreamer says, Matt and Jem, how you doing, big bros? How are you, Dreamer? Good to see you, man. Hope you're good, man. Gallagher would be decent for Villa. Probably. I'm not going to lie.
Your profile
that probably makes sense. Guy M says, Guiu clear of Victor, get some rest. Hate to see it. Victor gets some rest. Hey, Goam, what are you saying, man? I haven't seen you in time. Hope you're good, bro. Big up to you. If Rossini can coach as well as he speaks, we're going to win the lot. That's what Mike says.
And that's what I'm hoping for, because, you know, he does speak well. I want the results to show as well, because that'd be good. Because we need some good feeling around the club. We need a manager, I think, what we can, believe in and not fall in love with. But you get what I'm saying.
Mm. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think we need a manager that we can trust, and it's very hard to do that when they're not giving them the opportunity to adapt. Man, I'm talking about the board, but also you can just see that the inexperience is there. And don't get me wrong, Rossini's going to lose games. He's probably going to do things that are going to piss us off as fans, right? But I think we have to ultimately understand that he is inexperienced and he's not been given any time. He's literally just been thrown in the deep end here to try and actually make something happen after sacking Maresca in January, which is just crazy, really. Do you know what I mean?
This is what's so annoying about the board, though, right? Is that we as fans have to give the board as much time as possible, regardless. No pressure. But then what's then provided to the manager is just, let's be honest, they say to us there's no pressure, but then I guarantee behind closed doors, they'll say, look, we need top 4. You're like, well, it just doesn't make sense how any of that could work.
One thing I'm very optimistic about is that he seems a very good man manager and builds a connection with all players. And that was literally what I just said to Matt just now. I think there's a feel around some of the quotes as well. Yes, it's early on. It's only 1 game. I ain't going to be jumping the gun when it comes to this question, but it seems like people are liking the way that he's managing them and understanding them, which is very early on, you know. And that was the tweet that we saw. Couch in the building. What are you saying, Couch Critic? How are you, my boy?
Is he working? That's what I want to know.
Couch, are you working? Are you working, bro? Are you working? Good question. I reckon Madrid get Enzo Maresca. He's the only one. Well, they're not getting no one because they've just announced. What's his name? I can't even remember.
It's Arbeloa.
There you go. I don't know, man. I think he was at Liverpool as well. Arbeloa from Real Madrid is their new manager, is what Fabrizio's just said. Yeah.
What? Interims.
You know what I mean? It is what it is.
If you can smash the likes, by the way, it's 52 of you, so it's 22 likes. So if you can like it, please, that massively helps.
Yeah, guys, please do, man. We've got so much more coming as well. So much more stuff coming. Matt's sort of doing the intro again. We're redoing it, aren't we?
I've been doing some bits now. I'm sent it because it needs a bit more work, but it's looking good.
I don't know what's going on my StreamYard, but I'm trying to give Couch because Couch would like to join. He says, but yeah, it's it was a good win, wasn't it, Matt? Overall against Charlton, and obviously we've got bigger tests now with with what's it called with Arsenal coming up. No Caicedo, no Palmer. All these players are going to be out as well.
Palmer's officially out then.
Palmer, well, they're going to look at him late, but they're saying it's his groin, isn't it? And I just feel like
he looks way off it, to be honest. And it's a shame, but that he's. I think even when he's even been on the pitch, it's almost like I've been saying, like it's just almost better having someone else there because he's just not. Yeah, not right with him. But it was a good performance, mate. Yeah, Mike, you're right. Let's get road to 10,000 subscribers. So if you subscribe as well, please, that'd be amazing.
I was going to start on the negatives because we've done a lot of the positives. We spoke about Santos and his performance. We spoke about Esteval. We spoke about Hato. We spoke about the 3 players for me on talking points that I wanted to highlight on the back of that Charlton game, because I thought all 3 of them were really good, to be quite honest. All 3 of our young players are very good. But there was also, again, poor performances, Matt. And I know we talk about a lot on here about poor performances and whatever. And I don't really want to absorb this live on these poor performances. But if there was 2 that you could point out that just were not at it at this game, I mean, who would they be?
Oh, well, there's yours truly who's just come in the building. Fadia Shield.
Yeah.
Get out my club. Out my club. I can't stand him. I cannot stand Fadia Shield. Sorry, Benji, but he was useless against Charlton and Garnacho as well. Both of them are as bad as each other. I can't stand both of them. It's the amount of quality which he should have. I'm just surprised that he's still at the club. There should be more coming out of him than there actually is. I don't know if you can agree, Jem, but they're my 2. It's Badia Shield and Garnacho.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about the positives. Obviously, Benji, I don't know if Benji and obviously Couch coming said, we spoke about Santos, Esteval, and Hato, the 3 young players who we thought were very positive. We've just quickly gone on to what I thought was partly the negatives of the game. And I'm talking, I know, yes, we won. It was 5-1. We can't ignore that. It was a positive result. But there was still, again, a half of a game where things could have been a little bit different. Yeah, we struggled to break them down in the first half. But there were just so many moments in the game for 2 individuals that he's mentioned there where you could just see, and I was laughing. I'm not going to lie. I was actually laughing. I was sitting there laughing at what was happening to Benoit Badiashile and Garnacho. Garnacho, because I said to myself, how long is it going to take for him to try and do a step over without hitting the ball on the side of his ankle and it rolling to the other guy? Yeah, and he done it in the first half, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, but I'm past it when it comes to his dribbling. We said this at the beginning with him. The one thing I know that he's good at doing is attacking space. If you're going to give him the ball and try and take 1-2 players on, forget it, man. This just isn't his game. It isn't his game for me. And then there's Benoit Badiashile, who I don't know what he was doing, to be quite honest, in the first half. He was losing his battles. He was giving the ball away. He was getting run through as well in moments. He gave a stupid free kick. Actually, it was Santos who was the one that actually got nutmegged. So Santos gets nutmegged, and then Benoit Badiashile gets the foul. But before we even got to that point, it was Benoit who physically lost the battle in the first place. And there was just so many moments in that first half that made me think this is why we have the performances we have. We moan about the inconsistency of this squad, but then we're playing the team against Charlton, and it's very clear to see the ones that are comfortable and good on the ball qualities there to the ones that are just not that good. Let's be serious. There's no point of talking about their ability. It's just saying it as it is. They're just not that good. And that was what I saw of Benoit Badiashile. For me, Benoit Badiashile and Garnacho were the worst 2 players again in the first half for me. Shocking, especially in that first half. But yeah, man, that's, like I said, I don't want to highlight the negatives too much because it was a positive game and we won and we spoke about the positives. But I know Couch is here as well, and I'm sure Couch will probably agree with me. Anyway, with
Benji Shill in the building, man. What's going on?
I'm here, man. I'm not ducking anything.
Yo, man. Yo, you owe us. You're gonna have to pay for your crimes, man. You're gonna have to pay for your crimes. This guy is a fraud, man. Like, how long have I been saying this, Jem? How long? How long?
It's been honestly a long time. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And watching this guy play football just brings tears to my eyes, man. It's crazy. But yeah, no. Truly, I think what we saw was really what we're going to get under Rosinger. I don't think that we saw a full install. Let's just be real. It was 2 days. A lot of what we saw tactically was very similar to what we saw in Maresca. The only real wrinkle that I saw was Hato playing in the half space in the number 10 position. And of course, we're very, very pressed up the pitch.
That's the only change?
Yeah, I think so. We still have the box in the middle, and
that's different.
You think the box in the middle is different? Maybe there's spaces between them, but that's Maresca's principles, man. The box.
No, I'm talking about the two in middle, the double pivot that we decided to play with.
Yeah, so we didn't invert. So essentially, we didn't invert. We didn't invert somebody from the right back position into the midfield to make up that box four. We basically
did.
played
We
with
just asked
two.
them to play further forward.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So then the difference was now still a box four, but the people that were in the box were in different positions.
Yeah.
Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't really think that it was a massive change because I still think that we were still running into the same roadblocks. We weren't really creating enough in the first half. I think that we only got into a position where we were, really threatening once we got up by a couple goals. Then obviously Charlton would have to come out, spaces open up, and then you have guys like Enzo Fernandez and Esteval on the break, running at 3-4 defenders. There's just more room. There's more room to operate. There's more spaces to exploit teams. But generally, typically, I still think we're going to have trouble if we continue to play the same way, trying to break down low blocks. I still think that that's going to be an issue. And to be honest, I like Hato. I like this guy. I think that he's a very good footballer, good game.
Yeah.
But up until the goal, I didn't think he was having a very good game in that sort of like pocket space as a number 10. Like I think that every touch that he took always went right back to where it came from. Every touch that he played always went backwards. And it was like, if you're in that position when you're threatening the box, you have to be looking forward and looking to probe that final third. And I don't think that he's
I agree, but I also
thought,
just before you go on, I also thought that there was some good moments of movement from him where, for example, he gets in the box and heads the ball back to the lap, for example, So, yes, he's still learning because he's still young and he's developing. He's been asked to play a role that's maybe a lot, say a little, but maybe a lot different to what he's used to under Rosinha. But in terms of understanding and what he needs to do, you could see very early on that he was still having good little moments in and around that area, from what I saw.
I'm not raining it on him. I still think he had a good game. But I'm just saying that, like, what you want in that position, when you want somebody in that little pocket 10 position, I don't think that that's the type of application you want. You don't want somebody that's looking to recycle possession. You're looking for somebody to probe in the final third there. And I don't think that he's quite has the temperament or acumen to play that role effectively as currently stands, right? But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Somebody just said it there. That was the word I was looking for. Timid, very timid on the ball, very not really assured in his possession as yet. And it just takes some time. It takes some time, obviously. But overall, I think that we got some good performances. I thought that the partnership between Caicedo and Santos was good. They they kept it ticking over pretty good. Most of our possession, I think that 33% of our possession was held by one of them. So between the two of them, they had about 33% of the possession. And I still think that, like, maybe when we get better players on the pitch, guys that have a better understanding of what it is we're trying to do, we might see a little bit more of Rosinha ball. Because the thing that I think that was lacking from the stuff that I studied from him at Strasbourg versus what we saw on the pitch was he usually does that slow sort of like methodical buildup in the first phase into the second phase. But then once they get into the second phase is where things speed up, very much like Maresca, like De Zerbi, right? So what they're trying to do is coax bodies forward, like 4s and 5s to get forward to entice them to, press the ball in the first phase. And then once they play through that, they want to be able to use the wingers and the attackers to go 1v1 and be direct in the final third. And the only person
that happened a bit more when we had Esteval and Enzo on the pitch.
Yeah, I did, but I think that was mainly because they weren't looking to be compact anymore. They played a little bit more expansively, Charlton, because they're chasing the game at that point. So they had to abandon their defensive principles in order to get more people going forward. And once they do that, we just have more spaces on the break. So if that's the key, then we're gonna have to score. We're going to have to score first in most of our games for teams to open up and allow us to do that. Well, we already know that, right? So
it's not that for years, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same, right? So it's nothing different. I haven't seen anything philosophically that is going to lead teams to come at us. Like if they don't come at us, what are we going to do? Is what I'm going to say.
I think for me, the big difference in this system is that I don't think there was going to be much difference. There was an article that came out about once Maresca left, the type of manager they were looking to deploy next was not to change originally what Maresca had already kind of done in terms of system and style. It was more bringing someone in that was kind of going to be able to run the same sort of style. If it's different instruction, like we saw with Hato further forward, different, but in terms of the overall system and tactical element of it, it was meant to have been in the sort of same peak because they believe that's the best way forward for us, supposedly. And that comes from, from the hierarchy. I think the difference in us breaking down low blocks, which I know is always going to be the problem with us because of our tempo, is tempo. I just think that we don't move the ball quick enough. And I also think sometimes that when we do move the ball quick enough and we get the ball out to the wings where we need them to be direct and beat a player, they just ain't got the ability to do it. And I'm looking at our left-hand side, for example, because how many times did Garnacho get the ball and it just break down? And I thought Gittins had not a bad game on the right.
I was going to say,
yeah. I agree.
At least he was committing a bit more, but you need more of what Gittins is doing than you do Garnacho in a Rosenior system, because that's how you're going to break down a back five. You need to commit these players, drag them out of positions, It's not rocket science. This is what annoys me. It's not something that I think is, too complicated. I just don't understand why we struggle to understand it. Still understand what to do in these type of games. That's my thing with it.
I think like you said, Jem, it's a quality thing. I think it's all down to quality, because I think if you're talking about tempo, like you said, how many times have even gone to Neto on the other side, that we get to a certain point and we're thinking, yes, here we go, and then all of a sudden it just then slows down. Then the players are then in the box and they're like, okay, right, momentum's completely gone now. Players are all of a sudden coming back. Then we're all of a sudden like Garnacho's getting the ball, and then he's like, okay, step over. No, right, go back. And then it gets recycled the whole way back around.
Yep.
We go again. And then all of a sudden they're like, set, cool. Then it goes back to the centre back. And then I think like everyone was just saying, like,
that's
then
the problem, right?
We were waiting for them to press us again.
Yeah.
And we got then start the whole process. It's just, I think it's a personnel quality issue.
Is that, again, Matt, the question here is, and I'll ask Benji this as well, is that what these managers are asking us to do? Recycle ball. If you get into a position where you think you might, you're not able to beat your man or whatever, you go back and you start again. Is that?
I think what they're saying is just keep going, just keep the ball moving the whole time. That's what I think. Because they'll get, there'll be times, there'll be spaces. That's what I think. Just keep that ball moving. Sorry, Benji.
No. I've just heard. I don't know who the fuck said it. Excuse me. I don't know who said it. Excuse me. But I heard someone say the best defense is to not lose the ball. I just can't remember who said that, but I think that's like the modern day of football nowadays. Like, as long as you don't lose. Maybe it was Pep, to be honest. Yeah, he would say something absolutely crazy like that.
Chat. There's me scrolling through the chat. Sorry.
No, it's a popular opinion amongst like protagonists in the game. They're thinking about your defense is keeping the ball, making sure that you're good in possession, and that's a common ideology, to be honest.
Okay, maybe it wasn't someone that said it though, but I think that's the way it is. Like, if you're in a dangerous position, you rather like recycle the ball and just recreate than force something. But then forcing is also a way of, getting better and getting into some tasty positions. Not all the time, but some of the times. So I really don't know, to be honest. But I think in terms of the low blocks, it's going to be very interesting to see who plays more out of Garnacho and Gittins. Because what I saw from Gittins was exactly what I've been saying. I don't believe this brother is shit. I've been saying this all along. I don't really believe he's shit. It's just that I don't believe he's that bad either. I believe he's mid, very mid. Garnacho ain't any better, to be honest. But I don't believe he's that bad that Maresca seemed him to be. And I said this the same about who? Andrew Santos, Hato, and even Delat. I don't believe we had bad players. I don't believe that. Maybe the squad overall is, not the best and league ready. But 100% believe we are very much of a compete, like in a competitiveness. I 100% believe we're up there. Doesn't mean we're gonna win the league, but I just mean like to go toe to toe for 38 games. I very much believe we can go for a good, we can give teams, a good run for their money, meaning Arsenal. I very much believe that if you play the whole bench and you utilize the squad, and it's so, in my opinion, I just think it's so fun to see that. everybody was like shitting on Hato. Not everybody loved Hato. Everybody was shitting on the lab, including myself. Not everybody loves the lab. Esteval, we always knew the quality in Esteval. Andre Santos is starting to play. I think he played like back-to-back games. And wow, magically he's not shit anymore because Maresca just didn't play him. So like I mean, are we? What is the problem at the club? Was it Maresca? Was it the players? For me, I like to say maybe both sides. Maybe he didn't have the players that can execute whatever he wants to do. I'm just very happy that we have someone that can at least maximize this squad because I believe this squad is good enough.
Good enough for
Now,
what though? Good enough to what?
I believe we can win a major. I humbly believe we can win a major. Now it's not good enough to win a league though.
Okay, so this is where the disconnect is then, because like I think what most people think is Chelsea traditionally should be competing for majors, and the players that have come in the last couple windows have not been of a standard that you can win a major with. And I think that the remit that Maresca had was to try and win, majors with a squad that doesn't really have the same sort of like ability. I don't think that we have any players that are, or not any players, that the players that we brought in the last couple windows are good enough to win majors. I just don't. But the pressure to win is so high at Chelsea that we're force feeding ourselves this idea that we have the players to do it. Let's go. It's the manager. It's this. It's that. It's not. Like, we don't have experience. We don't have a top goal scorer. We don't have a top defender. These are the things that you need. A spine that we just don't have it, right? So, but the expectation is that we've done enough to have a side that can do that, and I don't necessarily think that that's true.
Yeah.
My bad.
Go on, Benji. Go, mate. Go on.
No, just in response to that, because I don't really think Couch is wrong at all. First of all, even though I disagree, that's in disagree of opinion, but just in terms of facts, I don't really think he's wrong at all. In terms of we want to win majors, but it's mainly just by pressure and not really by quality. I 100% agree with that, to be honest. Now, I always say football is also luck. You need to get your type of way of luck in the game. But I also humbly believe, and I'm being dead at, Benoit Badiashile can win us the league. I think he is an elite defender. I believe he could be our Bastoni.
Who?
Benoit.
Oh my fucking god!
I believe Benoit. Benoit can be like our Bastoni.
How can we be this sensible and then you go and do that? Honestly, I just don't.
No,
Benoit's the only player with playing more game time. He's getting worse.
You know what? Maybe I should put on the camera so people know I'm serious. I believe Benoit Badiashile can be our Bastoni on that LCB spot.
No, you're taking the piss. You don't believe that. You don't believe that. You don't believe that. You don't even look at the camera. You don't even look at the camera.
I believe.
Look me in the eyes.
I believe.
Benji, look me in the eyes when you say this. Look me in the eyes.
Oh shit! Oh my camera. Oh shit. Oh shit. I know.
I think Benji is Benoit's agent. He has to be.
I think it's his long lost brother or something. I think that's what it is. He's just
but fellas, I promise you, we sell Benoit to like an Italy. I promise you, he's gonna be one of the best defenders.
It would just be average. He won't be anything, Benji. He will just be what he is. It will just be a normal, okay, nothing special and shit sometimes defender. Same as what we've seen.
So let's say Benoit is shit, which he is sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. Who would you get in defense? Because Couch, to be honest, talked about some very nice points in terms of, we have some gaps and holes in the team, like elite goalkeeper, but I think now Sanchez is starting to become mature. No, I wouldn't really say he's becoming elite, but I think he's becoming very mature in consistency, right? What CBs and what striker would you go for? Because when I look at in the market, I'm like, to be honest, I don't really want anything. I'd rather trust what I have and just improve it than go out again.
I would have tried to have gone for a Gurhey, personally. I think from a leadership point of view as well. I would have tried to have got him.
The midget. The midget. The 5'9" midget. I'm good. I'm good.
I've always said I wanted Bastoni, but that's just my level raiser. I've been saying that for ages. I think we need a level raiser personally, and that, like, yes, there ain't many of them out there. Don't get me wrong, but what we currently have at the moment, there is better. There is better out there. There is. If we sit down and went for all the clubs with the defenders, I guarantee we would pick more their defenders more than Badir Shield and fucking Tossing. Yeah? Let's not even go there. Like, generally, like we will.
I don't think we're going to see any real investment on center backs or anything. Again, like we already know, sell to buy, all that stuff. You wait for registered list, all that, right? I think what we're going to see is somebody like Mamadou Sarr come back into the side, who I spent a lot of time watching the last couple of days, just because I've been trying to study what we have in Rosenior. And you know, he's young too. He's not necessarily the finished article, but I like his demeanor and I like his makeup. I think that he's two-footed, first of all, good passer, composed on the ball, a guy that unfortunately is injury prone as well. As I don't even know if you're pointing to that, but like that, it is true. He does get a lot of injuries, but overall, like that's the type of center back that has the mold of being closer to being a boss in the back. You know, quick, pacey, agile, good in the air, two-footed, can play on the left or the right and dictate play from either side. So I think that that's what we're going to see. We're going to see him come home.
Did you say you talk about Sarr?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't watched enough of him.
Yeah, no. I'd encourage you to watch him play. Like he's really, really good on the ball.
He's a baller,
and he's fast. He's quick. He doesn't look like he's always like, you know, those guys that play frenetically because they're just like, oh, I got to, you know, like the reaction time's a little bit slow. And
what's his awareness to danger like?
He's just more composed, man. More composed.
He's very composed. The only thing that pisses me off is he's like 6'4" and can jump because he's black, you know, and African. But he cannot head the ball. Like he's absolutely shit when it comes to heading the ball. And I don't know why, but he just is. So I think that has to be an area which he massively has to improve on, especially coming off the bench, you know, at Chelsea next summer, because, you know, I've always said it. Chalaba and the rest of them guys, Benoit also, they're leaving. Eventually they're leaving. If we have to push them to the bomb squad, we will.
Is Anselmino still injured?
Yeah, he is. But
he's another one that looks meant to be playing really well at Dortmund, isn't he? Comfortable on the ball.
Yeah. But he's so injury prone. Very injury prone.
That's an interesting one, Anselmino. Yeah, I mean, they are out there. Maybe some closer to home than we think. You know, I haven't watched Sarr. Couch as he seems to think that he's more composed and comfortable to maybe play the system that we need. And listen, he's played under Rosenior for a while as well, so you'd understand the requirement in a Chelsea shirt. It wouldn't be an adaptive period for him, would it? Really and truly, he should be able to fit in. But man, I was listening to Ben Jacobs the other day, and he was talking about midfielders and wingers. I'm sitting there like, no centre back conversations again. Yeah, Chelsea looking to get another midfielder. Like
midfield. But he said midfield and what? Midfield, left wing.
He thinks we're going to get one more attacker, one more what's the word that has been going around? One more like special attacker, attacker.
Yeah, we should. We really should. One more midfield. I agree. Lavia realistically now, please just sell him. Take the loss.
But even if you take Lavia out, you still got Asugu, Santos, Caicedo, Enzo. Right?
Yeah, that's 4. Yeah, you know, maybe just add a Keith Smith, in my opinion. Add a Keith Smith and now you end it. Now you have the box to box, you have creators and you have real, you know, battling DMs.
Yeah, tell me about it. One of them's got to make room, right? Mudrik's meant to be coming back as well soon at some point. I don't know if his career's finished or what's going on with that guy, to be quite honest here. But, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what we do in this summer because time is not on their side anymore. I keep saying it. They can't keep sitting there thinking they're going to get time because they've got rid of managers, right? It just isn't. We can't be going into a 4th, 5th, you know, summer window, 6th summer window, you know, the same bullshit. Like we need to start seeing good recruitment in the summer. The only issue we do have with the recruitment still, it's just the buy to sell element because of the UEFA restrictions that we've got in our case, which is still going to be the case going into this summer window. We're going to have the same problem, and we are a little bit hands tied. Don't get me wrong, but if you sell right, then you just buy right. It's the way I see it.
Who do you guys think in the chat as well? If it was a buy to sell, you had 3 players in our current UEFA squad that you would sell. Who would they be?
Who would we sell?
It's probably 2 is probably easier than 3. No, we'll do 3. I would say for me it'd be Lavia, Pedro.
What, sell?
Yeah, so we'd sell those in the summer to then bring back.
What Pedro are you talking about? Pedro Neto?
Neto. I think he's going to Saudi. I think you can get good money for him in Saudi. Lavia, I have no idea what you're going to do. It's going to be a loss. It's just that third player for me. I just don't really know who.
Chalobah. Probably give us 40 mil or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tough ask right now. It's a tough ask. I don't think Neto's going anywhere, to be honest. I think that even if we wanted to play with wing backs, he's ideally suited for that role under Rosenior. So I don't think that he's going anywhere. With that said, I could see if people are interested in Lavia. I mean, he hasn't played any football the last couple of years. That would be. I think that would make the most sense, but I can't see them move. I can't see anyone wanting to buy him unless it's for, a bargain basement deal.
I think we should get rid of Fofana, to be quite honest.
Keep in mind, if you're selling, you're basically selling to buy, but what you buy has to equal the value you're selling, right? So if you're selling him for 30, then you're bringing in a player for 30.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to sell him just to free up the spot and then pay like 80 million for somebody that you want in that position. So.
The one thing we tend to be pretty good at is getting good value for our players. so I'm hoping we can do that. But if it means you have to get rid of a handful of them to buy the right players, if it means, say, you get rid of Lavia, you get rid of Fofana, you get rid of Badiashile, you get rid of Sterling and Disasi finally, you get rid of, I know they're not on the list, but like you still got to clear these players for the wages side of things, right? Because there's still a wage structure.
Yeah.
Outside of the UEFA restrictions, which yes applies to players that are on that A list, you still got to try and make sure that you're emptying out the shit, pretty much. So Jackson's another one. What are they gonna do with Jackson?
Sterling's not on that list at all, is he? He's just not.
No.
Maybe from a wage help, but
he's on 375k or whatever a week. You got to get that off your books. Like that's huge.
The thing is, I think Chelsea.
He's gonna want it down. Yeah. I think it is the tournament. I think things is gonna want it down. Like I would, to be honest. If I'm on almost 400k a week, yeah, you best believe I am moving. I'm taking a risk with
your own career, right? Just mental well-being. You just would. Like you've made so much money. That's just pure salary as well. That's not even sponsorship.
Yeah, but Ross Barkley did this, Matt. I know you guys remember this. I remember doing lives talking about certain players running down their contracts. So I'm talking about Ross Barkley. I'm talking about Baba Rahman. I'm talking about all these guys that we couldn't get rid of because they decided they want to just run down their contracts. They're making 5-6 million a
drink
year.
Water.
Anyway. Yeah, drink water. Right? How many times we sit there going, we can't get rid of these fucking players? No, they just didn't want to go because they were just earning good money and they thought, fuck it. You know what I mean?
I remember in the old days, it was Paulo Ferreira. He loved it. He should have gone years ago, Paulo Ferreira.
That's what I mean, though. Like honestly, how much was Ross Barkley on? He was like on some very good. I think it was like on 50k.
No,
Was he on more?
It was less than that.
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. If you had to choose between Sterling and Garnacho,
I'm taking Sterling. I'm not gonna lie.
Sterling.
No, I'm taking Garnacho. Nah, you guys are a disgrace. You guys are a disgrace.
I can't even choose. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even choose. I generally can't.
I find him such an eyesore to watch Garnacho. I know, Benji, that I've been kind of like on your side about his GA and it's really messy. But sometimes as a football fan, you do need to watch something to be entertaining as well. He's just such an eyesore to watch. Like he breaks down the attacks all the time. And like you said, how many times does he do a step over and it hits his feet? And then
aesthetically, he's just awful, man.
He
is.
Here's the thing, though, too, and like I think this is going to be a tell. I was saying yesterday that I think this is going to be a tell about who's controlling this playing squad too. Like if he's not even brought back in to look at, like Rosenior probably would want to see everyone that is at his disposal right now before making a decision about who he wants to play, right? if he doesn't even get invited back into the squad to, just train to figure it out, then you know that this is about Blue Code just saying we got to get this guy out because his wages are too high.
But Couch. Then when you have Jesse Darrow and Kavu, what's his name? Kavu Mekin or whatever his name is, the light skin yellow nigga. I mean, guy, the light skin yellow guy. What do you do then?
What do you mean? I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that.
Yeah, but like, for example, we have so many left wingers. I think Sterling is just out the door, and he's too old, and he got 1 year left in his contract. I don't really think he's in the category of even being a suggestion like, oh yeah, you could possibly use him for left wing. So I don't even think it's that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not you saying that he's the guy. I'm just saying that if you are evaluating your squad right now, you want to be able to look at everybody. You don't want to just be saying, like, well, here's my limited. If you have 28 players that are actively on your roster, you want to look at all 28. You don't want to just be looking at 24 of them. You know what I mean? And to be honest, that left wing position to me is still up for grabs. There's not one person that's taken it by the scruff and they said, this is my position. So if that's the case, then yeah, I'm saying bring in Sterling and see what he looks like under this new regime.
Thing is, it's been like that all season. The acquisitions on the left, it's just like it's up for grabs. It's basically shit versus shit to try and get who's the better shit, basically, to be on that left hand side. I think it's inexcusable, that part of business. I really think it is. So I mean, I'm so desperate now that Couch. I think you're right. I would try Sterling on the left.
I wouldn't even say try him.
He's
on 330k a week. You're gonna pay him that load of money, you've got to at least try one.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they're about like maximizing their profits, investment, even still giving him minutes may give you the opportunity to sell him on afterwards, right? Like if you have him sitting in the reserve, he's not going anywhere. He's just running on his contract, right? So I don't know.
Like, business for Sterling though is that it's not even the transfer fee; it's just trying to get his wages down.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that's what's crazy about the whole thing. It's like he'll probably go for what, like 12 plus 5 now or something. I don't know. Something
not
crazy.
Even.
Then trying to just
doesn't pay for like a long time.
The only teams that want him are, let's be honest, it would be like a West Ham or something. You might want to go there.
Yeah. I want to talk a bit about Rosenior actually and the systems that he was trying to adapt in this Charlton game. Johan makes a point about using the back three in possession to have an extra player back against the front two of Charlton, but a lot of the time we saw their strikers defend behind our double pivot rather than in front. Essentially, 0 strikers pressing against the defence. 3 versus 0. No, sometimes a 1 versus 0 with Badiashile and Josh pushing, basically pushing off the wing. So if you look here, for example, you've got Santos on the ball here, I think it is. And then on the right of him, you've got Chalobah. On the left of him, you've got Badiashile. So they're kind of giving him an outlay of options from each side. But there's a better picture here somewhere.
I mean, but that doesn't really explain much. Look at the space. Like, look at the space Badiashile and Josh are in. They're taking away the middle there, right? So the space is going to be on the flanks there.
Well, this is where they're going, right? And look, that's where it goes. It finds itself out, in the wider positions. But look at how I think the most interesting thing about looking at this is actually having Badiashile in that position, or Josh, for example, on the right in that pocket, because what it does is, like you just said there, Couch, is it stretches the opposition, so they can't play as narrow if they want to play narrow to block the pockets in the middle. They have to kind of stretch out, which then, if you look at Hatto, who's next to him making a run there, and you know that Hatto's making that run into that space behind him, right? It creates space, is my point. I think that's why he does it, is because he thinks the more players that we can get, in and around the final third, the more that the attackers or the 10s can find the spaces, because you're dragging a low block 5 out of position more, because you're actually asking them to, asking the question really and truly, which is what I think he's done there. And that's why I think Johan's alluding to is that you've got 2 defenders who are actually playing further up, with Moises and Santos staying pretty much touch tight next to each other in the middle.
Would you say that's an action or a reaction to how Charlton set up?
I think that's a reaction to try and break down the block.
I agree, and I would say that we'd also seen that maybe not with a Badia shield pressed up that far and the inverting of Hato, but I'd say when we're looking to attack a back five, you'll see the same sort of system employed by Maresca. If they have a back five, we're attacking with 6. You know,
the difference is the movement off the ball, right? I think there's been so many times where our attacks movement off the ball has been non-existent. They're not making runs in behind. They're not trying to find spaces in the pocket. I think what this does is it creates the space because naturally the midfielders are stretched. They're not able to stay as close as each other. And I'm talking about the opposition midfield, right? So you doing that and bringing Badiashile a bit further forward on the ball. Yes, he's not a threat to the attack, but you know he might be able to pick a ball at the butt. Look at Mark Guiu's run here at the front. If you've got a striker that's making the right movements, that makes the defense have to drop back because they're like, fuck, he's trying to get in behind. So naturally what it's doing is opening up the space for Hato or whoever is playing at 10 to attack the pocket with the space, the space in between the midfield and defense, which is where he's running to. So I just think it's
what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to look at that's at 33-27.
Yeah,
I'm going to look exactly
see what happened after that point. I want to see what they ended up doing with the ball. He probably went wide to Garnacho, is what I think. Probably, I can't even remember, but I guarantee we probably went wide rather than playing that ball into the space. But I think it's to create space for the 10s, is what I'm getting at. I think it's so that we can try and get them more involved further forward to help the striker have the space, because the striker, you've got to bear in mind, in our team that's playing against the back five has no space, and that's why Mark Guiu struggled in the first half. He couldn't get any involved, he couldn't even really do much in these type of moments where if we could move the ball a bit quicker into the space, maybe you'll start seeing us attacking the box a bit quicker, and Mark Guiu's got a bit of space, which is what he's trying to do in that moment. So I think it's just instruction more than anything.
I think Arsenal's going to be a very good test for that. And I'm not talking about anyone. I'm just talking mainly for Delap, because Delap playing wise is very, very close to Panchinibi. What's his name? The Argentinian, the Strasbourg striker. Very similar, in playing style. I
there
think,
you go. What Wally's saying there, that's a good example. So look at Hato's goal and the space he finds himself. Lands to his butt. He's in the pocket, It's true.
But that was also a good that was also a good job from what's his name? Guy almost did perfectly for that. Being in between CBs and stuff. So
listen, Guy has 8 goals in 9 games, guys. That's all I'm saying. 8 goals in 9 games.
That's so shameless. That is so shameless.
Listen, what is the most important thing a striker can do, bro? What is it? The most important thing a striker can do?
Well, it is scored. It is scored. But what happens to
8 goals in 9 games, bro?
What happens to JP? Do you think JP now plays 10, or do you think
I don't know until he plays him.
Because he's not really like Emega. Because Emega was good technically and very pacey. But João Pedro is not really pacey, but he's good technical. God damn,
I think the dog agrees. I think the dog agrees with you, mate. I think in the way that Rossini wants to play, I think Liam Delap's perfect, especially with his link-up play. There was a couple of moments of Esteval where you look at the penalty, right? Enzo pulls into the right corner, plays the ball into Delap, and first touch Delap into Esteval into the space. It was like the West Ham goal, right? Remember the West Ham goal?
Yeah.
It was the same thing. It was the same sort of build-up. I think Delap's style of play works better in that type of way, in the way that we want to try and move the ball quickly through our striker, and that's what we did. I don't think Guiu can do that to that level. And then João Pedro, I think the problem for me with João Pedro is I think he always wants to take a touch before he passes all the time. It's not like he can just get rid of the ball quickly and then turn and have that number 9 mind to go, right, now I've got to get in the box and find the space. He hasn't got that for me, I don't look at it.
That can be drilled into you, though.
Yeah, it can.
Oh, can it?
Yeah.
100%. I don't know. I've said this for so long. I don't know whether if you're either you've either got it or you haven't when you're a number 9. You know where to put yourself in the box. You know where to
specifically. I think he can score goals. That much is for sure for me. But I think when you're talking about the idea that you can, that you want him to move the ball quicker, you can certainly impact. You can certainly influence that with
True.
with coaching and training, right? Like you can just basically say to them, like, we need an action within the next 5 seconds. As soon as you touch the ball, 5 seconds, or else that's it, right? And then either you're passing it or you're trying to dribble past, right? Like Pep used to do that with his counter pressing. Like as soon as Barcelona used to lose the ball, it would be like, you have 7 seconds to win it back. If you don't win it back in those 7 seconds, you have to go back and play defense or whatever it is they did back then.
Yeah, Enrique was the same.
What channel is? We can't watch it anyway. But what channel is the draw on, so we can watch the draw?
YouTube. I'll probably do a YouTube link. So I'm trying to put it on YouTube without volume in the background, so at least I can explain who we've got.
Okay, well, we say it's on in 5 minutes, so we might as well do the FA Cup draw.
Would you now when you said that we play much quicker from the back, and especially midfield, that the midfield is so much tighter and closer, and that we will see strikers run into space more. Do you think we might play Delap way more now, because Delap always runs into space, and he's always in some nasty, wow, that was a new word, nasty positions, like good positions in that terms. Do you think we play him more, or do you think he makes a run and then open out space for the 10s to operate? Do you think it's going to be like a mix of both? Because I'm very eager to see what happens, to be honest, because I think Delap, he might get a bigger role now, even way bigger than before.
I think the tempo of moving forward quickly in the final third transition, once we get to that point, suits Delap more than any of them, personally. I think that's Delap's game is movement, space, playing the ball quickly, attacking the space quickly. I think that's what he likes to do, and what I've seen of him.
Last few games, he has looked a lot more like Ipswich. Certainly from holding up play as well. And I've not been a massive fan of Delap this season, but since that Man City game, he almost had like a bit of grit in his teeth. I thought, that's something we've not seen before, and I don't mind having a bit of aggression when you play a certain way. If you're just doing the aggression part, not doing anything else, you're not part of the team. But I found even that when he came on with Enzo and Esteval, there was a real partnership kind of coming together there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We thought that was, and I think, Jem, you're right. Is that just due to the tempo being sped up to a point that, Delap feels he isn't just there to hold up a ball. He's kind of there to make a move and make a run after.
Which is alludes to the question, right? Because the next game we got against Arsenal, are we going to have that type of space to be able to move the ball quick enough at home and do all of that? Are we going to be able to bring that tempo to a game like Arsenal, where they're going to just be haram football? Let's be serious. Off the ball anyway, they're going to.
I'm more confident about the Arsenal game. I felt we have a bit of a blueprint against, especially early on in the season. I think we could have a good chance against them. I think personally their thought process is Premier League, and that's it. So I think they might do a bit more of a weaker team, in my opinion. Because it's going to be the first.
We're also missing Caicedo, bro, and who else are we missing? Caicedo and Palmer, maybe, and fucking, who else are we missing? Maybe Gusto and James. It depends.
Caicedo we were 10 men, so Caicedo wasn't playing. Palmer was injured last time we played, anyways. And this is more the Reece James show. But the reason why I think we could potentially play a stronger lineup as well is it's the first game at Stamford Bridge since the whole protesting noise has come around. So it's going to be very interesting in terms of the atmosphere. If they're going to play a very weak team, that could then potentially mean that we have a worse game. And then that just means the fans are going to be more on, the atmosphere is going to be worse. So it wouldn't surprise if we try to kind of have a bigger team or a better team to kind of be as competitive as possible to try and silence the noise against Clearlake, because it will be the first game at Stamford Bridge, and I think it will be the first time to kind of really start to kind of crank that pressure a bit, because they've been very noisy on the away game so far.
Yeah. I'm just we'll see what the tactics are, because I think that's going to be a tell game for Rosenior. Just going back to that previous footage, 33-27. The ball came from Hato. Hato passed it out to Badiashile. He advanced it back to Hato, and in the half space, and there wasn't really anything. Again, very, very little to see from that to really formulate an opinion on. But
Well, why was that though? Because the space in the picture was gaping. Once he's in that space, for me, he's in the box at that point. You know, if he's
Hato?
making the yeah, you're talking about Badiashile playing the ball to Hato in behind that midfielder. Into
no,
the
he
space.
comes back. He comes back near
Oh,
to,
he comes
to
back.
collect.
Oh,
He doesn't
right.
make that run
Yeah.
into the space.
Oh, but if he makes that run though, if the instruction was for him to understand to make that run into that space, surely that brings us an attack in that moment, right? Because he's in the box.
Let me see. I'm just gonna look at it again. So Hato passes it. Giyu's making the run. He no, there wouldn't have been any because when Hato receives the ball, he's got two people that are basically either perpendicular to him or right behind him. So those two, I think number 14 and number 6, by the time Hato gets the ball, they're either right behind him because he comes to get the ball, right? He comes to get the ball. So those guys.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if he doesn't come to get the ball and he attacks the space in between the 4 on this picture here, you see in between the 4.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That big space there.
Yeah, if he runs into that space and Badiashile plays it quickly, does he not find himself in the box trying to get a ball in? That's my example. You know.
Look at it again.
Yeah.
Look at it again, but I don't know if this is the best way to show what the offense can do, because it looked to me like again Hato is just not looking to be aggressive on the ball at this point. He's just looking to recycle the possession. So he gets closed down, passes it off to Badiashile. He does make a run, and then he stops and comes back into the space. Yes, there is an angle there for him to get on the ball in right outside the 18-yard box for sure.
Yeah,
there is an angle if he continues his run.
So these are the things I'm talking about. Maybe where if I was the manager, I'd be saying, "Listen, guys, you've got yourself in a great position here, up against a low block. This is how we attack the space and make a chance for ourselves." You know, Hato's making that. It looks like Hato's making the run in this picture here. It looks like Hato's seen it. It looks like he's running into it, doesn't it? You know,
he was going to, and then he tracked back and went back inside, and then
that probably goes back to what you said about not being timid and not understanding really where to be, where he should be. You know, to be able to make more space, more chances. Because the first half against Charlton was very, very slow. We struggled really to break him down, to be quite honest with you. You know, wasn't moving the ball quick enough again and other things. But
anyhow, fellas, Don's beckoning. I'm going to be on his screen.
Oh, yeah, go on, mate. Yeah,
feel free to redirect if you're into it.
Yeah, of course. All right, mate.
All right, fellas.
Cheers, Cal. See you soon, mate.
FA Cup draw, guys.
Oh, nice.
I have got it on in the background. Starting now, I think.
Yeah, it's just for me, it's showing Macclesfield. That's mental, by the way.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Palace were awful in that game. It was so bad.
Yeah. Who do we want and not want? That's the question. We need to have a look at the list, don't we?
I think we just need, at this point, just an easy draw, get to next, as it should be the whole way for anyways, but I don't want a Brighton. I don't want a Newcastle. I want a Villa.
There we go. It's a list.
There
we go. They're all set for the draw. Here we go, guys.
Oh, you might be a bit ahead of me. I'll let you do it then because I think you're ahead of me. So,
okay, cool. 4th round draw.
Ali McCoist and Darren Fletcher.
I think we're at the same point, to be fair. But, yeah.
Do you guys? Well, it's difficult because you're not in the UK. It's UK broadcasting or TNT.
You want Wrexham? No, we're not allowed to stream it, Mike. I would do. I thought we were allowed to stream YouTube stuff, but I don't think you are.
Oh, you don't want to risk it, do you?
No. How you doing, Chelsea Sessions? Good to see you, man.
Toby wants Burton.
In the chat, guys, there's over 40 of you here. Let us know who you want for the FA Cup. I want to see it. Please, Arsenal. Don't spoil it in the chat as well, guys. Don't stop writing things.
Oh don't type who's, because we want to watch it.
I want to watch it
as well. Something. Joleon Lescott has possibly got the best hair transplant I think I've ever seen.
He needed it.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable though. Like he had like a proper McDonald's hairline.
His hair was fucked.
Oh yeah, I didn't realise Macclesfield's manager was Rooney's brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, get on with it, guys. Stop waffling. Fucking hell. Spin the balls. It's the same thing every time. Just spin the balls. I would love a Premier League team. Give me Macclesfield Town. No one cares what the numbers are. Just do it.
Or I wouldn't want like a Sunderland.
I want to like Salford or Swindon. Or yeah, or fuck knows. So who are we in? The home pot or away pot? We're in the home pot, aren't we?
Oh really?
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Here we go. They're in there now.
Here we go, guys. Are you ready? Here we go.
We are number 8.
If someone can write it in the chat each game, that'd be great. I mean, we got to do it, haven't we?
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
So the first one is number 14. Liverpool or Barnsley at home. Liverpool or Barnsley at home, which is the game today. This is why they're laughing. Straight away.
I'll be typing quick, so apologies for my spelling, everyone.
And they will be playing against, what should be Chelsea? 31. Brighton. So Liverpool or Barnsley versus Brighton.
Thanks, mate. Sorry, I cannot type quick enough.
29 is Stoke City. Stoke City at home versus.
They're not very good now, so you'll be fine.
Come on, Chelsea. Number 8. Number 12.
12. Fulham. Oh.
Fulham. Stoke versus Fulham. Come on, Chelsea.
Don't want 9.
25. Oxford United.
Yeah,
Go on,
that's what you'd want there.
Go on, man.
Fourth bottom.
Fill it out for Chelsea. Let's go. Give it to the Chelsea. Number 13. Sunderland. Oxford versus Sunderland, guys.
Number 9. We don't want 9 or 17. 9, 17, or 3.
Number 2, Southampton.
That'd be fine.
We'll probably get Southampton. This is the type of game I can see. This is a Chelsea game. Number 8. Number 26.
Leicester. What a wank game that.
Oh, we're going to get a Premier League team, bro, at this rate. Let's Southampton versus Leicester. Number 7.
Wrexham. Who said they wanted Wrexham?
Come on, Chelsea. Number 8. Chelsea, number 8. Let's go. That'll be a good game. Oh, number 6.
Oh, Ipswich.
For fuck's sake, man.
Championship against championship.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Number 17.
Arsenal. Don't want them.
Do not give us Arsenal again. We don't want to play them again in a cup, man.
Please.
Watch it be us again. Watch it be us. Number 5. Oh,
Wigan.
Arsenal got Wigan.
No, it's coming. Man. Oh, we don't want number 9.
Fuck's sake. Number 23.
Take that.
Hull City, that'll do. Give us Hull City. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. Yay, Chelsea! Hull versus Chelsea, guys.
Good draw. That's a good draw.
Hull versus Chelsea. That's it. That's the type of game we'll get.
Oh, Rossini against his old club too.
Yeah, Rossini against his old club.
Burton Albion
are up against. Oh, West Ham.
What an awful game.
Oh, I really want to watch that. I can't wait to watch that game.
Awful game. Is it Macclesfield or Mansfield who won against Palace? I think it's Mansfield. Maybe I got the name wrong.
Burnley are at home. Chelsea got Hull guys away. Good draw. 32.
Oh, Burnley got Mansfield.
Can't wait to watch that game.
Oh man, I think Mansfield would have wanted a bigger team instead.
Yeah. Norwich City.
Norwich. God.
Who they got? 19 is West Brom. Norwich beat West Brom. That's a bit of a.
God, you've still got Villa, Newcastle, and Man
all
City.
the Prem teams. Yeah.
So hopefully we get two big Prem teams against each other.
Port Vale. Watch Man City get this. Watch. I guarantee it. They get it all the time.
Oh.
They will get the easiest draw out of everyone, these wankers.
Oh.
Watch. I bet it's Man City. I bet it is. Watch. Oh, Bristol City. Let's go. Mate, it's all fucking Premier League teams. Leeds, Birmingham. It's Macclesfield.
No, Macclesfield are in there, that non-league one.
Grimsby Town. Oh yeah, this will be Man City. Watch.
Hey,
give it to
just doing the FA Cup draw at the moment.
Where they got? Oh, Wolves. Why are Wolves number one anyway? Makes no sense.
Come on, I want Macclesfield to get a really big Prem team.
How comes?
Because Macclesfield are like National League North. They're all part-timers. Be amazing for him.
Aston Villa.
Come on, want Villa to get City here, number 9.
Or Newcastle or something. Yeah, we need it. Yeah, actually, we need them to get that. City, come on, number 9. Newcastle.
Oh, that's all right. That's good. Now we just
need... really? Look at Man City. They got the easiest run ever.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Here we go, wankers. At home as well.
You watch. Imagine if they get Macclesfield now.
Please get Leeds. At least Leeds will give them a problem, maybe.
National League
Brentford. Get Brentford. 11 or 18. 11 or 18. Come on, Brentford or Leeds.
We'd want them to get 30 for this.
Salford or Swindon. See what I mean? They're fucking piss takers, man. They always get an easy ride.
Macclesfield to get a big team.
They always get an easy ride, guys. Always.
Oh, here we go, Macclesfield. Who are they going to get?
Or Leeds, you know.
I would love it if they got Leeds. Oh, Brentford.
It's not Birmingham. I reckon they're going to get Brentford.
They got Brentford.
Told you. Well, I guess that was it.
They got another Prem team at home, though. Oh, they'll be gutted. They bet they wanted something bigger. Fucking boring team at Brentford. Jesus.
Yeah, get ready for long throws, mate. Birmingham and Leeds is a dirty game, you know. That is a proper dirty game.
Yeah, Hull. That's not bad. So are we away? Yeah, that's not bad.
We're away to Hull, guys. Hull away is the draw.
Mike, you're absolutely right. We could have way worse. They could have been way worse. So I'll take that.
Isn't it weird that he's up against these?
I know.
Yeah, out of everyone, he's up against him. Well, Hull City is on that one. On that note,
February 13th to the 16th. Okay, got a bit of time.
I'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that. I'm just trying to see if we can get an actual draw update on it.
Arsenal who did Arsenal get? Wigan. So the only big hitters against each other is Villa and Newcastle.
Yeah, there we go, guys. There's no draw breakdown yet. There should be one in a second. It'll be on Twitter. They'll give you all of them. But the most important one for us is the Hull versus Chelsea away, fourth round as well. So, yeah. One second, let me just shut this down. Just got things going off in the background as we're talking. And yeah, tomorrow, guys, we're going to try and get in a preview, aren't we, Matt? For the
yeah, we're getting a preview.
It'll be like a later one, most probably, guys, as well. We'll try and get a preview in. What time? I don't know. Benji's still here with us as well. I didn't even know who's here. Is he still with us? Benji, are you there?
I think
Benji, get on the show, man.
I think one thing I'd like to do at some point, it'll be really interesting, is using Liam Rossinia's formation on FootMob. With every player that we've signed or we're linked to, I'd like to see what the best 11 we could have created with Liam Rossinia's new formation. See what
with every player fit.
Not just every player fit, but even players we were linked with. So, I don't know, Osman up top, Elise on the right, things like that. Obviously in you know, parameters. Obviously, we can't just have every single one because it'll just be ridiculous. But it'll be quite interesting.
Don't even remind us. Remember, we nearly got Rafinha. If Rafinha could have been on the left, and Elise could have been on the right, and Osman could have been up front. And it'd be
crazy what sort of team we could produce, but it'd just be quite interesting to see what you would do if we had other people coming on and doing it. Would be quite interesting. Obviously, if I don't know when next international break would be, but I just thought of it today. I thought it'll be good to do it. Then the FA Cup draw came, so
we could do it tomorrow. Why not? We've got time to do it, haven't we? We'll do a quick match team lineup prediction tomorrow, guys. Make sure you hit the notifications. Make sure you're sharing. Are you a part of the Discord? If you're not, join the Discord. We've got a Discord with over 115 plus people, I think, there now. We're growing over there. It's always popping off. We talk in there all the time. Matt's doing the voice chats and that as well. So make sure you guys are over there, guys. If you're not and you want the Discord link, let us know. Someone can put it in the chat. Come and join us on the Discord. That way you won't miss any lives as well, which will be coming out. Jim, have you said your thoughts on Liam so far? Briefly, I spoke about Liam on the Liam show more so, Ange, but yeah, in terms of like systems and stuff, we spoke briefly on it today. We spoke about how he looked against Charlton, what we think we could expect more of and stuff. But tomorrow we'll talk about it more anyway, because we're going to talk about how we think we're going to line up and everything else. So yeah, the more and more we see of him, the more we can obviously talk about him, you know?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what he's like against bigger opposition.
It's harder to talk now, isn't it? In my opinion, like, so I need to see more. I know Ange saying, and no, we're just talking about it from a tactical point, Ange. Just the way we looked against Charlton, the lineup and stuff. I think once I've got a couple of games under my belt and I've seen what he's doing, then we'll have a proper talk about system. If he's, this is my questions. Is he implementing a core? Is he picking certain players that are playing more than they should be? Because that shows that he's trusting the mini system, right? Then it's about who is he leaving out, who's not getting in the teams anymore, because you're going to want to see that as well. We're going to want to talk about that. Then it's about, are we breaking teams down? Are we creating more? Does it look different to the Maresca system? Is it different to the Maresca system? Have we found a way to break teams down and things like that? So all of this stuff we're going to be talking about very soon as well. So like I said, just stay tuned, guys, man. We're here every day pretty much. I think we only had a day off yesterday, didn't we, Matt? Because it was a Sunday, but we're pretty much here every day. Every day we're here, pretty much. One thing we agreed with Ange is that he looks good with creating a bond with. Yeah, that's the one thing that we did speak about today. We feel like it's early doors, and I don't want to jump the gun on it, but from what we're hearing and how he's speaking with the players and how they're reacting to him, it sounds like he's very good at talking and trying to find and tinker the best out of the players, and understanding them, which is the most important thing. He says talk. Yeah, exactly. We just need to see more. And I think this Arsenal game's a big one, right? Because it's a semi-final. We could find ourselves in the final, Matt. And I'll say this now, and I'll say it right now on Kings of the Bridge for everyone that's here now that's going to hear me say it. Yeah. If we beat Arsenal, we're winning this cup. I'm telling you. If we get past
City,
who's left? Who's left after that? City. Is it City? Who's the other draw? I don't know. I can't even fucking remember. City and someone.
I don't remember either. Jesus. Also, I was just looking at the next fixtures we got. Yeah.
Who's the last two in the semi-finals, guys? Anyone know? Top of your heads? Is anyone paying attention? Unlike us.
I'm trying to get it up now. EFL, Carabao.
Is it
Man
City?
City, Newcastle.
There you go. I don't care. And any of them, right? I'm telling you now, if we beat Arsenal and we get to the final, we're winning it. I'm saying it now. Stamp it. Stamp it, all right? And we'll come back to this day again. Because if we beat Arsenal home and away, that tells me that we're going to be good enough on a one-off to beat City or Newcastle, in my opinion. You know, we're only shit against Newcastle when we're at their ground anyway. So
Yeah, we seem to have the better upper hand on them at home. So
yeah, so no, if it's them, if it's City, I'm not even scared of City. Generally, like I don't even look at City as like, oh my god, I'm scared. They play tomorrow at 8 p.m. Well, they play same time as no, we play Wednesday.
yeah, we're on Wednesday.
Yeah, cool. All right. See you tomorrow. Match preview. Been on for an hour and 40 minutes today. Longer live than usual. We will be back tomorrow, sort of around the same time again, maybe 5:30, something like that.
Yep.
And we'll be talking about the Arsenal game. Make sure you're here, hit the notifications. Good live as always, good little chat. And we will see you again very, very soon, guys. Big up everyone, big up Matt, big up everyone in the chat. Up the Chelsea. Subscribe as well, guys. If you want to subscribe to the please
subscribe, and there's 6 away from 50 likes. If we can get 6 more of you who haven't liked to get it up to 50, I'd really appreciate it. It really helps us out trying to spread awareness. It was a really good example. Someone found us, didn't even know about us before, and actually came across, and then they're now part of our community. So with you doing that, it just helps us grow the channel more, brings more of us as together as a community. And it just helps everyone out. So if you can like it, there's more likes to get.
What's Ange going on about it? Ange, we're waiting. What's up? What's up? What? What's up? Yes, Ange.
What's going on?
What's going on? Do you understand? What's going on? I'm here. Gem Matt.
Yes, Ange.
Yes, Ange. How are you, Ange? What are you saying, Ange? Gem Matt. I can imagine they're just typing like.
Ange.
Who's my subject? Huh? I can't even see it.
What's going on?
Who's my sub pick? A girl. Picture of a girl.
I think it's been hacked.
See, Angie's been hacked.
Yeah, but she wouldn't know who we are.
I can't see that. And
I'll have to message. What's going on?
Oh, Enzo fan. Listen, I didn't speak about him today. The membership sticker. Oh, she's talking about the membership sticker. She ain't got a membership sticker.
Oh,
who's
in it? It's Cole Palmer, isn't it?
It's Cole Palmer, yeah. Actually, I can't see. 1 second.
I was just about to message you, Ange, saying, have you been hacked? GT, I hope you're well. No,
Yeah,
my King's pick has gone and replaced with a pick of a player.
It's Enzo Fernandez, isn't it? I can't fucking see. Yeah, it's Enzo Fernandez.
Cole Palmer.
Huh?
I thought it was Cole Palmer.
I can't see. Is it Cole Palmer? I can't even see myself.
Oh, it's Enzo Fernandez. God, I need my glasses.
Oh, Enzo Fernandez.
Oh, now that's why I said, Enzo Fernandez. That's why Chelsea Session said that. Jesus God.
Yeah. That's not Cole. It's Enzo, man. I just zoomed in. It's Enzo.
I was just about to message Ange saying, I think your account's been hacked.
All right. No, she's talking about the picture.
That 5 minutes back.
Yeah, so if you sub, guys, every month your picture changes pretty much. So now she's got Enzo as a sub picture. And then she's going to have another one.
You're going to get next month.
You're going to get next month. Yeah, picture next to your name. Woo! That was what I meant by Enzo Fernandez. Oh, yeah, come on, man. Like, I don't talk about him no more. Listen, we don't need to. No more conversation.
But again, level raiser. As soon as he came on, like, it just like the difference just dismantled.
It's
don't
boring.
Want to not say in the team ever again.
It's boring to talk about. I can't bother to talk about it anymore. Matt, you know what these fans are like? They're just waiting for him to do one bad pass and it's game over. Tossing. Picture of Tosin next. No, I'm putting a picture of Garnacho next. Alejandro. All right, we're going now, okay? We'll see you soon. Take care of yourself. Have a good evening.
See you
Big love
later.
as always. Big up, guys. Up the Chelsea. Smash the likes and subscribe. If you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. I think we've only got 10 or 11 subscribers, I think, at the moment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, please, guys. Peace. What, Matt? Mike?
Right.
What's Mike doing now?
It's Mike being hacked now.
I don't rate Enzo Fernandez. Nothing special about him. You need to go Specsavers, mate.
Mike, for Mike's sake.
You need to go Specsavers, Chelsea sessions. Or I judge you. I judge your football IQ. Toby, I'll unsubscribe them. Joking. All right, cool. Anyway, big up, guys. Take care. Have a good
See you
one.
later.
Catch you in a bit. Peace. See you tomorrow, man.